I wanted to be more successful.
Yes.
The top performing people I've ever been around, they are very against alcohol, against substances.
Charlie Kirk doesn't buy into feminism, gender nonsense, or alcohol. That's why he wins and why most people stay stuck. Today, I'm going to break down a recent interview on why he doesn't drink. If you're someone who's not ambitious or doesn't want to level up in life, then turn this video off because it's not for you.
I wanted to be more successful.
Yes. He wanted to be more successful. Who doesn't, right? I remember when I was 16, I just left school, I'd started drinking, and I was occasionally taking drugs. I think at the time I tried pills, cannabis, and that was it. In my mind, I was going to have a hot missus, have a big house with a supercar parked outside. Then all of a sudden, I turned 30 and I was living paycheck to paycheck, living in Sydney. I had this banged up 1998 white Toyota Corolla that I'd bought for $800 when I'd first moved to Australia. Previous to this, I had a black BMW M Sport when I was living in the UK, so I'd gone backwards in life. This is the first time I audited my life and I realized that alcohol was holding me back. Fast forward, I'm now 5 years sober. I don't have a better car. I actually have a brand new scooter, but that's only because I quit my job in December and I'm now traveling, living in Asia. And I've recently just secured a 5-year business visa in Thailand. If you look at the most successful people in life, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, they don't drink alcohol. To get to the next level in your life, it's not always about adding things, it's removing them. Removing alcohol honestly feels like a cheat code. Audit your life, and 9 times out of 10, you will see that alcohol is holding you back. Quick introduction. My name's Ben. I am the founder of Hybrid Sobriety, a program that not only helps you quit alcohol, but helps you become the most disciplined, determined version of yourself. If you're serious about quitting alcohol, I have a free training video for 2025. Link is in the description. Check it out.
I got married to my wife, Erica, and I was like, I want to go to the next level. I want to remember things with more clarity. I want to be sharper. I want to be more precise. I want to be able to study.
He wanted to go to the next level. I can't believe I'm telling you this story. It's going to make me sound so stupid, but it's got a purpose attached to it. David Beckham came out with a new hairstyle, as he does. Me being me at the time, I jumped on the trend and headed straight to the barbers. I remember the barber trying to show me how to style it. That weekend, I went on a bender. Monday morning rolled around. I was stood in front of the mirror and I literally couldn't remember what the barber had showed me. I couldn't style my own hair. There's a significant point to this story. Alcohol doesn't just mess you up in the moment. It steals your ability to retain new information. There I was trying to progress through life, and I couldn't even do my own hair. What hope did I have of being successful? There are 2 reasons for this. Alcohol destroys your REM sleep, which is responsible for processing new information. Alcohol also causes inflammation in the brain, which causes Monday morning brain fog.
The mornings are way better.
Way better. Absolutely.
And also, you do not sleep. Literally, you do not sleep if you have too much alcohol in your system.
Correct.
Your body's not sleeping. You're just sedated. You don't get into actual deep REM. I'm sure you've done all the research.
Yeah.
Mornings are sacred to me. It's the time where I do my deepest, focused work. And this is scientifically proven. I wrote the script for this video yesterday. I woke up at 6 a.m. I didn't even check my phone. I did 4 hours of deep focus work with an iced Americano. As a result, I went to bed last night and I felt so satisfied by how the day went. So much so, I actually got out my journal and I wrote down what I did that day to make me feel so good so I could rinse and repeat today. But imagine this. You woke up in the morning, foggy-headed, you snooze through your alarm. As a result, you missed the gym before work. You think, bugger it, and you start the day off with a McDonald's breakfast instead of a workout and a coffee. What tone do you think that sets for the rest of the day? Compared to when you wake up fresh-headed, start the day off with a workout and eat healthy for the rest of the day. This scenario is usually a Monday morning, by the way, which doesn't just set the tone for the day, it sets the tone for the week. Charlie actually points out an important point by here. He says, that you don't actually sleep after drinking alcohol. Most people think that drinking helps them sleep better when it actually just sedates you. It stops you going into REM sleep, which is the most restorative phase in the sleep cycle.
Do you think it's helped your business?
100%. Yeah, absolutely. Just, clarity, conversations,
Amazing.
employees, like interactions.
Charlie then asked the guest, does it help your business? Now stick with me. If you don't have a business, just swap that word for job or even life. I quit my job as an electrician in December 2024.
Just doing my last ever job on the tools today. Couldn't be any more excited. Gonna go and pursue my passion.
I was forced to spend time with people on a building site that I had nothing in common with. Drinkers, smokers, drug users, people who didn't look after their bodies. How was I meant to connect with these people in a deep and meaningful, positive way? The longer I went on like this, the more it was dragging me down, and it almost felt like it was killing my soul. But I didn't always feel like this. It was only when I stopped drinking I came to this realization. This is because you only get real clarity when you get rid of your drinking problem. Clarity, conversations, they all improve when you quit drinking. If you have no clarity in life, how can you expect to have meaningful conversations? When you quit drinking, you will realize that you're spending time with people who aren't aligned with the path that you're on.
You're more centered, you're more present.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just been
You're more centered and present. I flew to Thailand last week after sorting my visa. I arrive at the airport in Bangkok and there's this huge queue for customs. I'm watching people get to the front of the queue and then get sent backwards. I'm thinking to myself, they must be doing something illegal. As humans, we always like to judge. I get to the front of the queue, I'm smiling happy, and I pass my passport to the woman. She then looks at my passport, looks at me smiling, and she's like pointing to this QR code. Turns out I didn't fill out my entry form either, so it was back to the line for me. I open up this form and I'm looking at it, and it's massive. It's got so many details that I have to fill in. I'm stood here, busy airport, all these people around me, coughing, making noises, and I'm just like, oh my God. To top it off, I'm standing and this security guy is aggressively poking me, pushing me, trying to get me to go to the back of the queue. Previous drinking Ben would have lost his mind, and he definitely would have made a mistake when completing this form. But quitting drinking has enabled me to be present, stay calm, and focus on problems and be able to work through them. Turns out the security guy who's aggressively pushing me to the back of the queue, once he sees that I finished my form, he takes me and puts me back to the front of the line. The woman stamps my passport and I walk through. Quitting alcohol won't solve all the problems in your life, but it enables you to handle them better.
I'd say the hardest part was the reaction from other people.
People's reactions to not drinking. I stand loud and proud on this one. I don't think I've ever given a what people thought about me not drinking. The fear of judgment holds so many back, and the peer pressure of someone offering you a drink on the night out is enough to make most people crumble. I have lost count how many times I have been out and people have teased me about not drinking, only for the same people to come back to me at the end of the night once they've had too much to drink, confessing to me that they wish they were able to quit. If only you guys were able to stay sober long enough to be able to see what I get to see, it would change your perspective. Ask yourself this: do you honestly want the life of the people who criticize your decision not to drink? For me, it was a no, so alcohol had to go.
People are a little taken aback by it.
I don't mind as much. I just
You're used to that.
What people think about you drinking. Are you really gonna let the people who have never or will never achieve anything in life stop you going out and creating the one that you want? Are you really going to be that weak that you let the fear of judgment from these people force you in to keep living the same mediocre life as them? I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't give a people thought. I wasn't going to let the peer pressure of someone offering me a drink on a night out break my 6-month sober streak. If you allow these people to have such a heavy influence over your life, then maybe you deserve to fail.
So honestly, when I break it down with people, they're like, honestly, I have to drink because it would look weird if business, I would. How do you overcome that?
I just go into all the social settings like everybody else, and then I can hang out in any environment and I just talk.
It's amazing. You can still talk.
I can still communicate.
The social lubricant, right?
You can still talk without social lubricant. Yes, I confess, you can still be social without alcohol. Sober socializing is a skill, guys. It's like learning to swim. You'll drown without it. At first, only naturally, you're going to be clunky while learning. A little bit like me making YouTube videos. You'll feel super aware of your surroundings and you'll be very conscious about what you say. But when you no longer need alcohol to socialize, it will feel like a superpower. 6 a.m., 1 p.m., 10 p.m., it doesn't matter the environment. You will be able to connect with anyone on any level. People still ask me, how am I able to go to the bar and just drink a water? It's boring but easy, and I get to wake up fresh the next day. And we've expressed how important this is in previous points.
And I also find that some of the people that drink the most, they're hiding something, they're masking something.
People who drink are hiding something. When I was 19, here we go, another stupid story, but again, it has relevancy. Had these people not laughed, then maybe I wouldn't have gone off the rails. Now, I've spoken about how I used to get bullied in school. But I distinctly remember this moment where I thought people thought that I was funny and that they actually liked me. We were at a house party and it was Saturday morning and we'd been awake all night. I used to collect watches at the time. Trust me, they weren't expensive ones. Someone pointed out that I had 2 watches on my wrist. I came out with the best one-liner. I said, I've got too much time on my hands. And the whole room erupted with laughter. I just remember people thinking, they like this confident, funny version of me. But the problem was, I was intoxicated at the time. Maybe that's why I kept up the same pace of drinking and taking drugs for the next 10 years. So to Charlie's point, I do believe that people are hiding or masking something. For me, it was a lack of confidence and I just wanted to be liked. That is a big price to pay to get the people who will never have what you want to like you. If any of this has resonated with you, drop a comment below. And if you're serious about quitting alcohol, check out the free training video for 2025. I thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.